energy bursts that come out of the sun via sun gate use are either above or below at 19.5. Whoa, we had something massive there. Hang on.
Hold on.
Look at that.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen now. I got you on Zoom.
You have me on Zoom?
Yeah, I'm recording it right now because I can see everything recording.
That was a big blast of energy. If it to take the camera, I mean, that has to be pretty damn close to the camera to do that.
Yeah.
Let me go to 1554 on the other one and see what it shows. And it wasn't from the sun. There's nothing in that time slot coming out of the sun. 1600. So it'd be, this was before. To do that, it'd have to be back. Yeah, see, there's nothing there. So this is a ship firing right close to the C3.
All right, let me do the introduction. This is Project Ascension, Andrew Mallett, host with Pattie Brassard with a breaking news. And go ahead and continue what you were talking about, Pattie.
This, in the left screen, this is the C3 at 1554 yesterday. On the 24th today. 1554, and some weapon discharged so high energy right close to the satellite that it actually pointed out.
Oh.
And looking at it, there's some of the time an alternate camera and an alternate satellite. There's nothing, because in this view, this camera, the blue one, is off to the left of this camera, basically. There's no blast coming out from the sun that would do that in that direction. Because it'd have to be coming out right here. So, yeah. And we got a big bubble coming out of the top of the sun, which you don't normally see happen. Most of all your gate stuff happens between 19.5 above and 19.5 below of the equator.
Right.
I don't know what is going on here. This is something new. Simply due to where the burst of energy is coming out of.
So on the right, on the left.
That's Lasco C3.
Yeah.
If we back up one frame, so there's nothing there, then something will blow to the camera. That means the weapons fire very close by the camera to do that.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen the sun blanket out before, but there's nothing coming out of the sun in its direction.
Right.
And on top of that, we got this big glob of energy right here that emerges out of the top. So this here.
On the right.
This is unusual.
Yeah.
Most of all these outbursts are at 19.5 above or below, 19.5 degrees below the equator of the sun.
That's really, really big.
We got some ships over here and here when it was coming out too. So something pretty big had to have come through the gate in a wrong way. Either that or they blew something up in the gate transit tunnel. Let me see if I can get a zoom in on that. No, that's definitely something bursting its way out using the gate the wrong way. That's what that is. Because there's a ship in there. More than one ship in there.
Oh yeah, you can actually see.
They burned their way out the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. To lock the gate down again, somebody just decided they'll just blow a hole out.
Right. Even that satellite is. You see the tremors on the disc. You see that?
Yeah. See what we, for energy. Okay. And it's not even registered on this because it's coming straight, almost straight up.
Yeah.
It's not going out. But really, I mean, this one here gives you a look as if you cut a plane through the earth here. This is looking sideways in this way. This one here is looking through this plane here, from the sun out.
The one,
really, is one that goes all the way across.
you're talking about the one on the left.
This one here is from the sun out like this. If you took that plane and tilted it, so you can see from below.
Yeah.
This one out here is if your plane right through this way and then tilted it up. You can see.
Yeah. Well.
So that's why those bursts are not actually even showing up on this at all. Because it comes straight at you out of the center. Yeah.
What's going on with the center one?
Well, the center one's the sun.
The
Center white disk here, that's the sun. And that's where, because this comes out and it's going up, it's not going to register because this will only show you what normally everything, like I said, is 19.5 below, 19.5 above, equator of the sun, and it goes outwards. This is coming up, so it's not even registering on this plot.
yeah. I mean, on the graphs, the center graph there.
Yeah, that's not going to show either.
Okay.
Let's see, 9:30. Why? Data. And for those people who don't understand the trigger and what my connection, I've been out without internet or phone since Friday night, and just recently come back on, and they've been jigging in and out, and I still don't have phone.
Who's been messing with it?
Comcast.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they're owned by the New World Order, so, this is messing with me directly. I guess they were pretty upset with the USGS data I put out. Probably got them pretty upset with me.
That's how you know you're on the right track, when you're being messed with. Right?
Well, I guess nobody at all, except for me, had access to that.
Yeah.
Suspicious observers, when it comes to this stuff with, the sun, they're pretty quick. They get it right when, they tend to get captures running recording. So, and NASA's pretty slow at taking these things offline when stuff starts showing up they don't want people to see.
Right.
Suspicious observers usually can catch it. I mean, I'm I guess the only one that can still go up and get this data after it's been cut off from the public. But the USGS, nobody knew about data themselves.
Yeah. That's what.
So that plus worldview with the gases and everything else. Like I said, every time they switch to a new system, I find out what system they're using, and then I get into it too.
Right. A lot of people, on the comments that we post our videos on, is just people they don't understand how lucky they are to get this stuff because it's classified, right? And not everybody can get on this stuff. So when you see the negative comments on my on my videos and stuff, on our videos, you
They're
know,
pretty much all directed at me personally,
right,
and they're not based in any fact. So,
right. And you know they're trolls and screwballs and idiots. So we really appreciate the positive comments, though. And there's quite a bit of them.
yeah. Now, from the other one, as I heard about it, was while I was offline. Let's see if they've gone and cleaned that up yet. Usually,
Yeah.
Don't go. Center. I'm curious to see the waveform on that.
Is it coming up?
See if I got anything that's red. Got a lot of red out there, which is buoys they've taken offline.
Yes.
But I mean, I noticed that every time I take my dad up his meds on Navy base, there's tons and tons of buoys that are yanking out of the water out there.
Is anything coming up? Because nothing's showing yet on my side.
Well, this one's not blinking, but it's red, which means it's dead.
No, I only have your. I don't think I have what you're looking at. I have.
Oh, you're not getting my screen share?
I got the screen share. I just got your Firefox beginning page. It hasn't loaded the rest of it yet.
Oh, so you weren't even getting the sun one?
Yeah, I got that. I got all that.
Okay.
But the second file envelope thing you opened up, it hasn't loaded yet.
Okay.
There it goes.
And it's saying no data last hour, and it's not giving me the option to.
But that's the buoys you're talking about in the center there?
Yeah, it shows waves and other data usually. I noticed they've pretty much taken all the ones that I saw laying on the ground on shore, the Newport Navy bases, all the ones that had cameras in them. Removed all the cameras because I used to not only do that, I used to open the eye on the cameras and see what caused the wave.
Right.
They don't like that either. Many times it's UFOs.
And for the people that don't understand or why, or want to know why they did that, tell them why.
They took them offline because they don't want you to know. They don't want you seeing what's actually causing the wave.
And what could that possibly be?
There's spaceships entering and leaving the water.
Where the ones, the buoys are taken out.
They have cameras on them.
Yeah.
So they're replacing them with new ones with no cameras. So all you get is that you get data, wave height and things of that nature.
Yeah, the page hasn't completed loading yet.
I mean, it's just rows of numbers, so it's not going to tell you much. I mean, they used to give you a weight plot and everything. Not giving you that anymore either. I can't have any. See, it's not even opening up to give me data.
Yeah, it still hasn't opened.
Oh. Listen, yeah, let me go to history. Oh, they won't even give you a wave history anymore. And it only give you up to March. So they're sequestering the data.
Yeah. Getting rid of it.
They'll wipe it or modify it so that
That's what it is when you're dealing with criminals.
Yeah.
Wonderful criminals of our own government.
I mean, I know they had a communications there and a base out here in under Georgia's Bank. I heard was one of the ones that was in the list they destroyed recently. I told them I mean, I did. And then, I had,
Right.
but this buoy alert ties into the location of the main trunk that went out to CERN, which is why it's kind of important.
Main trunk. What kind of trunk?
Data trunk.
Okay.
Which is the control network. And because Brookhaven is which is why it's important. Any operations they do time stepping, they have to do it via network. It's just, coincidence, of course. We believe that that went on there. It just happens to be in the same place. Trying to open a preview, but everything takes a while. You can see, there's New York, and they have a base right out here. That trunk that goes to Geneva, loop. That's where it ties through. So I think this is kind of important.
Say that again. You broke up.
Right here in New York.
Yeah.
And off the coast, obviously, is the base. And right here in New York is Brookhaven. That's the only synchrotron they got that has time step and time portal opening capabilities. Is why it's important.
So backwards and forwards?
Yeah.
In time.
Yeah. Put up a picture of what they've got. Where is it? It doesn't sound too healthy there.
I don't know what it is. Just the past half hour it's been happening.
Oh, you mean since I got my internet back up?
Yeah.
They make it so you can't speak. I'll let it up and I'll open it full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. The projection chamber. Forward time projection chamber is here. The rear going backwards is there.
Forward time projection is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Rear projection time is on the rear.
Backside. It's on the other side of this bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
the silicone vertex tracker.
And that's looking inside Brookhaven, or all of this.
No, this is Brookhaven.
Okay.
Reason why they can't use this for portals is because although it's the highest powered one on the planet, as far as energy pumped through it, it's also the smallest. So therefore, you cannot stand up in it.
Right.
I'll show you. I've got a picture of what's inside there. It's the smallest. We got the highest power capability. Smaller it is, the easier it is to contain. For it to open in preview. I can now.
You open it? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Starting to.
You see, that's how small it is.
There we go.
Give you an idea.
Oh, it's really small.
Yes. And aside from that, they also have the largest of, yeah. Close the other one. They also have the largest power, which is why they really don't want to get rid of the nuclear plant. They just can't there because it runs this thing.
What would they do? Go back and forth in time, like send a drone back or something really small?
Actually, they were going back in time and pulling troops off of the Red Katina.
Oh.
They folks back in time because when the terrorist attack happened back in 2007 in Baghdad, while they were taking stuff out of that underground chamber, they must have lost something critical because they sent us, during that terrorist attack on the troops in Baghdad. So they sent somebody back to recover it. This was the Brookhaven, Long Island. This was their setup.
Hmm.
The way this one works, because it's not as big, it's got two tubes that them spinning around multiple times to get them up to speed. One goes one direction, one goes the other direction. And then when they finally get it to the speed and energy they want, they bang them together.
Right.
Put them together to make the collisions. And it has the highest output. So, and that's why that network is really, really important. Because they can use this as a time stepping device on any other synchrotron, which is big enough for a person to walk through. Which is why at this point, Sandia Labs and there's a couple others that are big enough for a person to walk through, although CERN has the biggest.
Yeah.
This is why all the others are small and they're, they provide services, but not like Brookhaven. Brookhaven's the only one with a star chamber. So.
And what just happened with CERN? Did you?
Well, this is, like I said, this isn't something I reported. This is someone else reported. Like I said, that location where that big massive wave came up is right there, right on their main trunk that runs from this cyclotron over to CERN.
Yeah.
So it's basically right off the coast of Brookhaven, which is, significance of it. Right where this main trunk line goes, they've got underground transits under the ocean and everything here. Base sitting right here, which is right where the buoy went off. 2 buoys went off, reporting tsunami height waves. But it was so localized and it didn't propagate out. That means either strike on the base.
Make that full screen. Make that full screen.
That means either a strike on the base offshore or that ship, which was the base under the water there, took off. Trying, let me go open it directly. This. Guys, some days watch recorded videos since I had no web. Come on. Now it opens up twice. So a base inland in New York, there's one offshore with Brookhaven and cyclotron right in between. And these are the two main trunk lines that go over to London, which feed the ring network, which you need right at the bottom. That's the dam. And so does London, the three major cyclotrons over there. Just like we have a bunch of small ones here. There's also another one down here. I tracked that one. I'm not sure if it's still working because they didn't bother putting it in the network. So just try. But these are the working ones. In
All of those.
Sandy's got one out in Sunnyvale, and they've got another one down in Albuquerque. The interesting thing about the Albuquerque one is they built that facility back when WIP experimental site, and so they didn't need any permits to build any, to down there. And then they built a whole tunnel off the side of WIP, and Sandy had built an entire lab underground there. That's why they closed off most of the caverns.
Wow.
That will allow to the public, because they also connect through.
So we have 16 in total over here in the States.
This one's in Lawrence. This one's actually in Maine. This was Lawrence, Mass. That's Livermore. You got one down in Houston. You got one out in El Paso. You got one down in Atlanta. Yeah, so it was Seattle, Boise, Idaho, and Sunnyvale. And of course, if you look at the other map, what they call their Eastern network, it ties into all these points over here. Well, I'll show you what that looks like. Come on, what up? The East Coast network off of New York and everything is recently to be completed, or has recently been completed, because before they were doing just this network here, and it was overloaded. When they tried to run, they wanted to bring everything up online at once, but of course, sending the energy plus the data control both ways, even with this mega network that they created, too much, it overloaded it. And the energy fried a whole bunch of equipment around the entire globe, including the stuff that runs HARP. There's a point down in LA. This is actually what's that town that they ends with an E?
What? Say this again now, because you broke up a little bit. Just repeat what you said.
This network was so big that even with all this, they couldn't push enough data through across the U.S. network to run both, put the energy through for control. So it fried it, and it fried a bunch of hardware around the globe, including because these two networks also have ARP tied into them, so it fried that too. Which is why they started building the new one on the eastern coast, directly to the time stepping machine. You can see how this network connects in conjunction with the one that's now on the east coast of the United States.
Yeah.
So we got what they call the star detector system. They call star projector. Correct designation, but of course they can't put that out public.
Yeah. Go ahead and do a recap on everything we covered. You know, everything that's gone down today, actually.
Like I said, it's too dark for me. Since I just got my internet back, it's too dark now for me to get a satellite look. I mean, I wish I was online when that went down so I could capture to see what it was that caused the wave. The wave that was recorded on the NOAA buoys registered 2 buoys excessive waves, and I can't even get the data pattern on them now because they've already wiped them. Coincidentally, they happened right off the shore of where Haven is and where there's an underwater base out there.
Okay.
So it gives some clue as to what that may have been about. I told the contractor to, send data upstairs to the Council 12 that Brookhaven needed to be shut down one way or the other soon.
Yeah.
Because it's still playing about 4th in time and still being used to bring in troops. The only caveat is it has to work in conjunction with another cyclotron that's big enough for somebody to, walk through.
Right.
Or jump portal. One of our portable jump portals that they use to go to other planets. You can also the thing in conjunction with that. It has 6. Brookhaven it's impressive. It's got 6 possible simultaneous gate connection electronics networks set up, so it can actually do 6 different locations at once.
They've had these capabilities since what, 48, 50s?
Yeah, something like that. The first one that was built, if you look at the network out here, was across out west. That was the first cyclotron they built underground, which was the Albuquerque. Yeah. They built that in Carlsbad caverns and then sealed off a whole bunch of the cavern. So the public can only get into certain parts now.
Okay.
They do that using Black Project money. And not only goes to the FEMA, which is, I fully invite everybody to go look at FEMA's charter, okay? Because it has nothing in it whatsoever about helping people.
Right. People
The
don't.
only thing in that thing is to help the New World Order, folks.
Yeah. People don't have a clue that that's really what they're for. At least a lot of people.
And there's multiple times that have been recorded on video where people have come to help in,
Turn trucks away, turn,
yeah,
electrical.
turn supplies away, turn people away. Like when the Denver flood went down, we had people who owned their own drones that were locating people stranded on their roof. And then, as the helicopter landed to get somebody loaded into an ambulance, they tell them where it was and give them the GPS so they could go right there and rescue the next person. FEMA showed up, ordered them to leave, and when they said no, they did it at gunpoint and said, either you're going to pack up and leave or we're going to put you in jail for helping. Because they didn't want these people helped. They wanted to clear out the Denver area because it's too close to the dump entrance. And they were the ones that created the weather event that caused the flood.
Right. Right.
So that's the reality of it, not what they show you on TV.
Right. Everything happens for a reason. Everything's a planned event, not false flag. It's a planned event. So America's got to wake up.
Beyond that, we'll see what I can get down in the next couple of days.
Yeah. We'll have to keep people up to date. All right. Let me stop that. Well, This is Project Ascension. I'm Andrew Mallett, and it's with Pattie Brassard, and we'll be back with another update.